Okay, well, I wanted to do a quick screencast on why you move that pesky decimal in decimal division. So here goes. It all starts with what we call equivalent fractions. So I'm going to grab a pen here and I'm going to write a little bit and talk about a simple problem like this. 6 divided by 2 divided by 2 is the same as 6 divided by 2, and using this method, which, little known fact, is the same as the fraction 6 divided by 2. Now, when we're talking about fractions, I think we can talk about equivalent fractions here and just say, you know what, 6 halves, or 6 divided by 2, is the same as 60 divided by 2. Why? Oh, sorry, 20. And why is that true? Because what you're doing is multiplying both the numerator and the denominator by 10. Times them both by 10. And you'll get an answer of 3, because it's all about how many 2's are in 6. So coming back here, how many 2's are in 6? 3. Down here, how many 20's are in 60? 3. Well, let's go the other way and continue to think like that. What if it was 6/10 divided by 2/10? Well, what I don't like about this is this decimal in my denominator, because we're really talking about in fractions about dealing with wholes, and the bottom number determines how big of a whole do you have. So in order to make this better, I'm going to just say I'm going to use my equivalent fraction idea and multiply the top by 10, sorry about that, and multiply the bottom by 10 to get a new fraction of 6 divided by 2. So 6/10 divided by 2/10, when I multiply both top and bottom by 10, is 6 divided by 2, which then gives me my answer of 3. So now I can see that 6 divided by 2 is 3, 60 divided by 20 is 3, 6/10 divided by 2/10 is 3. They're all the same answer. So anytime you're dealing with decimals and dividing by decimals, it's really about equivalent fractions. So I wanted to get to a new page here and show you just a basic any other type of division problem where you're setting up now what we see, what the kids commonly see. So here we go. I'm going to choose a pen, and here's our division sign, and we'll just throw in some number here. Let's say about 2.48 divided by 4/10. Alright, as we think about that, it's this 2.48 divided by 4/10. Yuck, right? So we're going to rewrite that to make the bottom number a whole number, and we do that by multiplying it by 10. And this is the same thing I would do step by step with kids, not leaving any of this out, so that they build that conceptual understanding. I have to multiply that by 10 also, so I get the new problem, 24 8/10. Now I have my new problem here, which is 24. Now, does this take some time? Yeah, it does. But Again, it's the why. Why are we moving that darn old decimal point? There. So instead of doing the thing of saying, well, you need to move this over and then you need to move this over, this whole process explains why. And then you can just do the quick math. This would be a 6 up here. Decimal point does come straight up still. How many 4s are in 24? 6. 6 times 24 is 24. Subtract. I still have the 8/10 left over. I could even put that here. And think about this. I have 8/10 I want to divide into 4. It's kind of like thinking about money. I have 80 cents that I want to divide with 4 people. Each person would get 20 cents, which is 2/10. They're the equivalent. And I get my 0.8. Oops. And 0. So there it is, just a quick introduction as to why we move that denominator, or I'm sorry, why we move that decimal in decimal division. Thanks.